Hello everyone! Today, Pie Shepherd, or Mass Effect, and the thing that we're playing, we're gonna have a talkie episode, that's what I was just trying to get to. And yeah, so with a lot of crew, didn't really talk with many of them, so let us change that.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
You doubt my decision?
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Shut down. Why you have problems with aliens on the vessel?
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Now this is the Paragon answer. But I kind of agree with Presley here. Well, at least Pi would agree with Presley. So actually that's not answer. Some more personal questions.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
And now you're here. That's cool.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
So there we have Presley. And we got some Renegades points. Nice. Oh. And we got some experience for random heat load monitors and such for codex entries. Maybe we'll do a codex episode. But not now. Now we do a talk episode. We talk with is there actually anything? Yes. The Cannery Station. Oh, and now it's time to chat with our friendly, fun Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Earning medals hard work.
Saving my boots from burning lava is part of your job, Joker. We don't give medals to soldiers for doing their jobs.
That figures. Just get me a nice card and a cake. No coconut, though. I hate that crap. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I'm investigating you. What's the ship status?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Yes, you're below average. I just want to talk.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Are you contagious?
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I do enjoy that. How'd you get a nickname?
Why does everyone call you
cut
Joker?
someone up?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Yeah, right.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Right, and then you cut her up. Okay. And were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
And did you cut her
Hey, I
up?
worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Right, because you killed them and buried their bodies. You're a psycho, Joker. How about your disease?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You know who also had that disease? Mr. Glass from Unbreakable and some other movies. And he was a psycho villain too. Think about that, Joker. Think about it. How do you do your job?
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
So that is our resident dangerous psychopath Joker. Now then, down to the next levels. I think we chatted with everyone here. Good job, soldier. Keep saluting. We're not gonna take the elevator just yet, as we have Caden to talk to here. Hello. You have a weird hairstyle.
Anything you need, Commander?
Because of personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Just give me your thoughts.
Like I've got time to write you up. You have something you want to say, feel free.
Fair
And then I'll punch you.
Truth is, there's something wrong with all of this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we can't get backup from the Council?
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
bullshit.
Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I hear you.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming.
Nope.
Sorry if I
Old
got
people
too
are
informed.
stupid too.
Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
What did they trade you for?
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Why do you use quotation marks in what you're saying? You doubt it was accidental?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
So you suspect intentional exposure.
You know of
Conspiracy
any
theory!
intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
What's Jump Zero
Jump
like?
Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
And did you make any friends?
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Ooh, time to get physical then. Yeah.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander.
Boo!
Lightly, anyway. There was a girl I spent a lot of time with, but we kept our clothes on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have
You
liked
were a
her.
horny teenager. Did you love her?
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Sounds rough. Go on.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
I'll decide
I want to
that.
know everything my crew is capable of, Lieutenant. We're out of our element here.
If you say so, sir. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Just like your hair. Oh, and that chat actually leveled me up. Oh, grand. Ah, and we got some stuff. Sleeper pods. Guess that's for long journeys. Surprised they got it on such a light frigate and everything. I think we already had a long chat with Dr. Chakwa, so we do need to do that right now. Oh, but Liara's there, I think. Hello, Dr. Chocolates.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
No! Are you okay?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Oh, she is the best. She's Dr. Chocolates.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
You're welcome.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I
well,
will
some
do
of the
whatever
crew
I
might be
can to
looking
help you
different.
stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to
Yeah,
hear
you're
you say that,
pulling me
Commander.
up already.
Thank you.
I'd like to talk about you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
I mean, to you.
Me?
In you.
I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Well, do you like it?
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Yeah, touch me.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard.
You can touch me
I
there.
only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study.
Oh, yeah,
no,
in-depth.
that's even worse.
No, that's better.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Kinda.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
Okay, I really
Now
hate
you know
that
why I
line.
prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Like, something about the way that is said just really rubs me the wrong way. Anyway, more information about Benezia.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Well, she's shaping events. Maybe she's just evil.
Any chance she's in this for power or personal gain?
No, not the Benezia I knew. But I hadn't spoken with my mother in many years. She may have changed.
And more about the Asari culture.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental
Because,
in
you know,
forming
every
the council,
species has a unified
and we
culture and
strive to be the
everything.
voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
What kind of rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting! Now the deaf I would not find it disgusting. How is it possible and fun?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Including
Mating
dogs?
is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds.
Ooh,
We
yeah,
explore the
touch
genetic
deep.
memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
And what about the other parent?
What happens to your partner after the union?
Eaten.
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
What about age difference? Is that fun?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
And who was your daddy?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
But you don't know who?
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is
Nice
possible
turnaround,
Benezia's
since
partner
you know
was embarrassed by
most-
their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
In most settings, pure blood is like, oh, I'm pure blood! And all that. No, yeah, it's an insult. Nice turnaround. Then why did she do it?
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Alright, goodbye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Learned enough. Alright, now then, we finally go to the lower decks to have some chats with our alien crewmates. Oh wait, Liara was an alien crewmate. Well, with more alien crewmates. Wow, they really sped up the elevators here. That was not so fast in the past. Now, who should we speak with first? That's just shopkeeper. Rex, I'm saving Rex for last. Let us speak with Ashley.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Of course.
I keep an open door policy.
Yeah.
If you have any concerns,
Especially
lay them
at
on.
night. When I'm in my bed.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have
not
full
Tali.
access to the ship?
Just because they look creepy, eh? That's really discriminatory. Because they're aliens?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You know, you do realize that the Normandy was co-developed with the Turians, right? I think they can just pull up the schematics. I don't think Garrus is much of a you know, threat there. You're out of line! Let's go, my hands are tied.
I share your concerns, Chief, but I'm under orders.
Under orders to let aliens gather military intelligence? I can't believe that was the Alliance's intention. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
I'm curious what to get with mind your words. Or by my stressing our
How do you
allies.
get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Of course they will.
The Council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really.
It's
Members of their species
speciesism.
will always be more important to them than humans are.
I've heard this before.
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Just shut up. Nah. So you come from a military family, eh?
I come from a military family too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
For the action, yeah!
I'm here to put hypervelocity rounds through the heads of bad guys.
Most satisfying part of the job, Commander.
Just shut up. Suddenly.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Just one
That's
rotation?
Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I understand your feelings.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
What about me?
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization. That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command. Sir.
And how are we
What's your
doing
opinion
then?
on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
We'll watch
I'm
her.
not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Yeah, even the tile work. Anyway,
We'll talk
goodbye.
later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
So let us Mako, inspect. So let us save the rest of the crew talking, which should be shorter since it's only, the 3 suits, for the next episode. But before the next episode, I will give you one very important preview.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
So
that
long,
was not
Rex.
what the preview I wanted.
Shepard.
Yeah, okay.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Okay, sadly I can't do the Shepard Rex bits, but that'll come for later episodes. Yes, talk with Rex, I'm
So
sure.
long, Rex.
Shepard.
Rex. Goodbye, Rex.